You probably saw me in there.
What was the program like? Serato.
Serato.
Yeah. So he's using Serato.
Yeah.
He still uses that. I'm like, damn, man, you got to be the only guy that. Everybody I see now, they come in with a briefcase.
They just press play.
They ain't got no headphones.
They ain't got no.
Yeah, I'm done right now.
How you do that?
How you do that?
They're like, man, it's the tempo. You just bum.
Yeah.
That's how y'all playing. Y'all cheating. That's like the real cheat code. Yeah. They invited all the DJs, and they had Beats by Dre. They was gonna give them headphones for coming.
Yeah.
So a DJ said, man, don't nobody want no headphones. What you gonna use headphones for? So he was stuck. He was Dog Man. Dog Man was like, we don't want no. So we said, what should we do? He's like, maybe a book bag.
A book bag.
So he was like, man, let me just ask all the DJs we invited, would you rather have a book bag or the headphones? He said, man, I ain't not coming out cheap because he was like, I was getting these niggas Beats by Dre.
Wow.
Like, you don't lose headphones when you alone.
Right.
I'm just gonna give you
so
these.
many Sony's my damn
Yeah,
self.
he's like, I'm just gonna give you these beats. They were like, everybody wanted book bags.
Wow.
Yeah, out of 20 DJs, it's like 2 DJs wanted headphones. The rest of them, all the was book bags.
Yo.
I was like, what the fuck? So then that's when I asked him, I'm like, what the fuck? He said, bro, he said that the new shit. He said they put the time, they put the pitch, they matched the pitch, the BPMs. And he said they just bum,
Dude.
just keep tapping. Y'all make sure y'all check out that You Know podcast. You Know.
Play some records. Play some records for him. Gracias, señor DJ. They're out here, but they're really out here. You know.
Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the war room.
Frankly, right here, I don't give a damn.
And if you don't know, now you know.
Welcome to another episode of Now You Know.
Now you know domination.
And before we go in, I gotta let y'all know we got a special guest in the
Talk to him.
Like
Talk to him.
if you've been to Tampa, you heard of him.
Of course.
Right?
Well known.
If you heard of Tampa, you heard of him.
Absolutely.
Now, some people know him as the King of Juke City.
Hey.
All right.
Never forget.
Some people might know him as Mr. IG recently. They call him something like that, right?
Yes.
Mr. IG, okay.
Yes. New nickname alert.
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 No more further.
Hey.
Shout out to the man, the legend.
The legend.
Also a GOAT.
I go rightfully
The
so.
man.
Yes.
Tampa Tony.
Yo.
What's up?
Make some noise, y'all.
What's happening?
Yo, play right
Now
to
you
horns
know.
for that.
Now you know. Now
Definitely,
you know.
Definitely, man. Well, man, there's so much to talk about. So,
Yeah.
before we go too deep, because I know Tampa's very excited to have you here. I'm very excited to have you here. We're excited to have you here.
I'm excited to be here.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I'm excited to be here.
We're privileged,
Now,
bruh.
before we go a little deep into everything, I want to start it off a little kosher. So I ain't
ahead.
too crazy right away, but
Okay.
you know what I mean?
Get it
Let's
out.
give the people a small recap. So, when was it that you started rapping? Because if I recall, you were DJing prior to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really?
So let the people know about that, and then we get into
I started DJing like back in the early 90s. Started DJing the late 90s when I started rapping.
Okay.
First record was the first hit record that I had was the first record I did. It was a chant record called Pour That Choo Choo.
Okay.
Okay.
It was a train record. Everybody was using the sample the Together Brothers by Barry White.
Okay.
Luke had one.
Nice.
Disco and the City Boy had. It was all train records.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was my first. That was like my first hit record. First hit record.
What made when you were DJing? What made you? What event happened that made you think, okay, I can do the rapping thing as well?
My cousin was a big artist back in the days, bass
Okay.
artist.
Okay.
So he took me on one of his shows. Like I'm just in the hood. You know what I mean? So to see him, and he keep telling me like, bro, man, these shows are getting crazy. They love my songs outside of, Washington, D.C., everywhere. Seattle, he's going to Texas, he's going everywhere. So he took me on the show, and I seen the limo driver hold this sign with his name on it. And I'm like, look,
It's fucking
dog,
lit, bro.
I'm going to rap, man.
I need to get that job.
I said, yeah, I'm ready to rap, man.
Yo.
Yeah, so that was the change of the event. That one turned me to rap.
Okay. And what year was that?
That was like 94.
Okay, nice.
94.
Nice.
94. He had a big record out called It's My Cadillac, and he had another record called Gold Digging Girls.
Okay.
Yeah, bass records back in the days. Yeah,
That was a nice era. I love those eras.
yeah. That was like
Is that your favorite era? Would you
yeah,
say?
because that was an era like I'm DJing in the city, so I'm spinning a lot of these records, and then to go on the road and to meet like all the people that records I'm spinning that they on TV like Jade, Silk.
Dude,
I
bro.
had a chance. Yeah, I had a chance to meet Tupac. I got a picture with Tupac way back in the day. You know what I mean? So
That's what's up.
Yo.
so it was like I was like, oh man, this is amazing, man. Like then the shows with Luke. I lost my mind. I was like, I'm definitely gonna rap. You know what I mean?
Like, I need an internship right now. I need an internship right now.
Yeah.
Yo.
So
Oh man.
Talking about spinning, we were just having a conversation earlier.
yeah.
Can you share your views about the previous way that DJing was done? The artful way, the craftsmanship?
Yeah, it's like they done made it. It's so easy. Like it's like a baby can DJ now. You don't have to do nothing.
You
know what I mean?
Ready.
You know what I mean? It's like
What's that program you call?
I forgot the name of the program it is, man. It's like you all you do is just match the beats per minutes up and it just you just keep tagging the button, hitting the flag button, or whatever.
Wow.
Until it hits the one. You're like,
Yeah, just keep hitting the button, man. It's not
Keep tapping.
Yeah, you ain't got to keep cueing it back and scratch it in the end. You ain't doing that. You just bam, 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 bam. I'm like, man, it's just too easy, man. It's too easy. Hey, man, I can make you a DJ in no time, man.
Take the course
Like, just
right
take
now.
it. Look, it's like a 2-hour course, man.
You get your
Wow.
certification right
Yeah,
after
get your
that.
certification right after that, man.
That's crazy, man. And that was part of the. And going back to what you were saying that when you were traveling, you were meeting all these artists.
Yeah.
That actually happened to me in 2008.
Oh, man.
That was actually the takeoff for me, where I bought 1,000 CDs to put them on the street and did it all like that, and then went out and did some touring and rocked with a few people from the core DJs, man.
Oh, man.
Like
Yeah.
Kingpin.
Yeah,
You
I know Tony. Yeah, Tony Neal.
A few executive producers, man, and
Okay.
then I got to meet. Yeah, that's when I met Tony O'Neal. I was actually, funny speaking. Now that I talk about it, I met Tony O'Neal in New Orleans, and I think that was the 11 or 10.
Okay.
Because then I went to the Atlanta one in like 2011 or 12. So it was like back to back where I went.
Yeah.
But the New Orleans one, when I went, that's why I met Tony O'Neal. But I was rooming with the executive producer.
Oh, man.
So he the one that brought me out and flew out there. He go by the Remix King.
Oh, man.
Then I met Teddy T.
Yeah, Teddy
From,
T. Yeah.
from down there in Miami.
Yeah.
Man, if you just
No
ask him
Teddy T.
about heat, you'd be like, bro, like we were literally on the road blowing it down in the 4-door little Beamer trying to get to Studio 72.
Oh, man.
Man, it was just like, there was so many events that I've had, and I've been with these guys on the road at that time. So I seen what you saw.
Yeah.
I was able to have a press conference with Akon at that time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then this was the most inspiring moment to me, and this was actually like made me come back to Tampa and be like, Tampa, stand up. That when I came back on that, that's when I started DJing at Empire.
Okay.
But when I was at in New Orleans, I got to meet the man Bling Bling himself, man.
Oh, man. Bling, bling.
Bro, BG literally was with his DJ. I was with my roommate, Remix King. He already knew BG prior to, and he knew the DJ. So obviously I was a DJ. He was like, hey, this is my DJ. He helping me out, putting me into a few spots and network me. So I shout out to the Remix King. I don't know.
Ain't no question, Remix King.
Got to give
Play
him that,
reggaeton
man.
horns for that.
Play reggaeton horns. He got me.
Yeah.
off
You
guard.
did that. You did that.
So man, it's not really about me, man. It's about you, man. But
Hey, but
so
it's the history. That's what we sharing the history, man.
Yeah, so I speed it up, man, and so we got to talking, chopping it up.
Yeah.
We ended up, blowing it down a bit, talking a bit, and he just asked me where I was from and what I was trying to do. You know what I mean? So I was like, man, honestly, man, I just love DJing. That's what brought me here. That's the reason why I'm here.
Yeah.
Other than that, like, man, I just love doing music. So I just want to be involved with it, whether it's, talking behind the microphone, doing this show, audio production, whatever it is. And, he respected me, man. He showed me a lot of love. We blew it down. But he did ask me, he was like, so you from Tampa? He was like, yeah. So what's up with Tampa Tony? And I was like, man, unfortunately, we just heard what had happened, and he no longer around. He locked up.
Yeah.
And I was like, he was like, for what? So I broke it down to him.
Yeah.
And told him, hey man, it is what it is. This what happened, and he was like, man, but I got a lot of respect for that dude. You know what I mean? So from there, moving forward, I was like, man, coming back to Tampa, I was like, man, if you don't have the respect for him, and even BG got respect for him. Like, I don't know what you doing. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how I took it. So, man, coming back to Empire, I'm rocking the records, man. I'm playing running with Tampa. I was like, we're going to play these guys. And then that's when Tom G came through, man. We broke Clean Ass Pussy there for the first time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
You know what I mean? So he left the studio and brought it to me. You know what I mean?
Oh, man.
So that's what was just love from him doing that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then that carried a relationship. And,
man.
it was dope, bro.
Yeah.
That's
So,
real.
But
Definitely,
like I
bro.
said, it's not
What was
all
the-
about me?
What was the what was the biggest lesson you have learned so far in your journey that now is you feel like finally you fully understand it and then it will allow you to move forward even at so you can maximize everything that you have?
The biggest lesson is patience. That's
Wow.
like the biggest lesson you can ever learn. You know what I mean? Like once you understand and learn patience, you can master whatever. You can master whatever. Because then now you're not in a rush.
Right.
You can take your time and see everything come through. And back then I didn't have patience. Before I went
Really?
in, I never had patience. But one thing prison do teach you, it's gonna teach you patience.
Yeah.
It's gonna break you. So with that being said, that's where I learned my patience, and I understand like, okay, I don't have to move like that.
Right.
If I the old saying,
Go ahead.
the bull and the calf. The calf said, I'm finna walk down here and fuck all these, fuck as many as I can. And the bull said, well, I'm gonna just walk down and fuck every last one of them. You know,
I ain't heard it that way, but
You
I
heard
like
that?
that.
I like that one better.
We gonna use that.
yeah. So it's like I'd rather just take my time with it. Like when I came out, it was a big thing. It was a lot of heat going on, so I kind of like fell behind what the momentum was going on, rushing because I wanted to get something out. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
I wanted to get the material out, so I kind of like rushed the first EP, got it out. It was a good EP.
Right.
It did what I needed to do. It could have did more, but we wasn't set up. We wasn't ready for it.
Yeah.
So we went back and reconstructed everything. Now we at where we at now. It's like it's the splitter. So
Thanks.
I got my baby.
That's a whole nother
I don't.
thing right
That's a
there.
whole nother. I don't bought her back and
Jeez.
and now everything is getting worked out with her. You know what I mean?
Right.
So some big things for the pop, man. Like
Man.
it's for the pop real big, man.
That's good. And since you brought it up, I want to talk
Yeah.
about it.
I'm glad you brought
Bro,
it up. Matter of fact.
I mean, it's good that he's bringing up everything for us. He's great guy, man.
What can I say?
No, but that's so inspirational, man. Like that's another you put another stamp to me in the city that now somebody can look forward to, as in I can make a mark as well.
Yeah.
And I mean that right there, it's like that takes more than just starting your own label.
Yeah, it takes
know?
a whole lot.
Yeah.
It takes a whole
So
lot.
I know. I mean, one guy that I really respect the most is Tesla. You know,
Yeah.
Nikola Tesla.
Yeah.
People don't really know he has over 300 patents, but I feel like when they made this car after him, I'm like, that's cool that you somebody at least still putting the name out, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? But I look at it as like, you still here, right? So let's make that more legendary.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so bro, he's on the same path as just making, history.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, he's right in front of us. So why don't we just make
Celebrate
it?
him, bro.
Why don't we
Like, I
just
appreciate
make,
that.
Yeah.
make it
Yeah.
now. Let's not
Yeah.
call it
'Cause
history.
I
Let's
think
make
it'll
it
be.
now.
I think it'll be easy for people now once they see the result. Like you said, patience.
Yeah.
Once
It's
they see
just
the result,
patience.
everybody's just gonna be like. But
Yeah.
I feel like the support that you get asks you like, how can I say it? Like you don't eat the fruit the day you plant the seed.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
Nah. You gotta let
So-
it grow. You gotta nurture. You gotta take care. You gotta, you gotta go through all the steps. These are the steps, and these steps takes patience
Exactly.
because a lot of people try to skip those steps
Right.
and go straight to the top.
Right.
When you do that, you go straight. Even if you do go
It's
straight to
gonna
the top, it's gonna fall
down.
because you ain't
Right.
got no foundation up under.
Correct.
So it's just gonna crumble, man.
For sure.
So that's what the whole thing is now. Is like taking my time and putting everything together and building a foundation around it. You know what I mean? And like before, I was trying to hustle. I was being a father. I was being a husband. I was a record label. I was an artist.
Oh, these
you know what I mean?
hats.
I was an intervention. I was an inventor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was like I had all these hats
yeah.
and didn't have time to sit still and to designate the right people in the right places.
yeah.
Delegate.
To put those things together and make them work. Now it's like, no, this is what we gonna do. We gonna put the right people in the right places,
Right.
For sure.
and we gonna put this thing together, and this is how it's gonna work. We gonna build a foundation.
What is the most challenging aspect about the business of music? Like, because I feel like with music, since you've been on it for so long, it comes natural to you. Like it's like a second nature now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
about the business side of it, like what are the challenges with the business?
The business side is like a lot of people don't respect business.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like like
You think
I
they're
can-
unaware?
yeah, I don't think it's like they unaware. It just, man, I just do music.
Okay.
But okay, you just do music,
Gotcha.
and you never had a chance to really. You don't understand the like. If this record take off, it's gonna be all type of problems. We ain't did the paperwork. You see what I'm saying? Now here go a beef when we could have just from day one took 5 minutes to do this little split sheet and do everything, and now we can just put this record out with no problems.
That's it.
It's everybody just want to hurry up and put a record out, shoot a video for it. But what about the paperwork?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
This song take off. Now you got to come back. You got to fix the paperwork because
And
now you got to hold the deal up because you don't have the paperwork done because that's what they gonna ask.
Exactly.
Is the paperwork done?
Right.
Yep.
The feature you got on there, is he done?
Right.
No, I got to go. Now you got to scramble back. You held up your deal.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you do it in the beginning, you don't have to worry about it. And that's the biggest thing. Like I don't like that. You know what I mean?
Did you
Yeah.
did you learn that through experience, or you had a mentor now?
I learned that. I learned that through experience.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Years and years of individuals just dealing with individuals to now to a point like I'm like, bro, look.
My
Like,
God.
I'm not like, man, listen. This is what I do, bro. Like
for sure.
if you ain't gonna do it, look, I'm gonna bring the split sheets and I'm gonna show you how to do it.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because this is what we have to do because you never know what a record is going to do.
Right.
For sure.
You know what I
You
mean?
have
So
to prepare to make
you have to
sure.
prepare.
We did miss you when you were gone. Like I said, I did say it off air, but I guess I'll say it on
Make it
air.
public. Make it
Do
public.
that 03 transition I told you about, what I was very familiar about.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
At that time, man, that was the peak of my life to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
It was like, this is what I said I want to do for the rest of my life. I want to do audio.
Yeah.
I chose audio and never stopped.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time 05 came, from 03 to 05, it was just like you were literally in the airwaves from the radio station I always wanted to work for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wow, 94.1, I can say it because I work for them. It's all
Yeah.
good.
It's all good.
I always wanted to work for them. Hearing, the struggle and from everything and being in the Bay, because I moved down here when I was 5.
Oh yeah.
So hearing you from those 2 years of me saying, like, what am I going to do with my life? What I want to be, right? I said, man, I want to inspire others. So I was being able to put music together, getting artists to come collaborate, because at that time I started rapping before I was DJing, so I'm like backwards, right? right?
Yeah,
No,
okay.
I mean, I go probably go backwards.
Yeah. You go either time. Yeah.
But that side was like, that's where I like got to talk to people and create a character, and then doing so was like everybody kind of wanted to do that, and I was like, well, you know what? I guess the best thing for me to do is get y'all together.
Yeah.
So I did that, and then coming out of high school, I had like 5 artists that I would put together and record in my house.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Even Chris John came to my mom's house where I lived to do some drops for me in the studio I built there.
Dang.
You know what I mean? So it's like it goes back.
Yeah.
And to me, those 2 years were like the 2 years that made me say, hey, is this what I'm gonna do? I'm not gonna do.
Right.
And from those 2 years, man, like I bought my equipment. You know what I mean? I started doing my own little Sweet 16s and parties like that, but it required all your music. So I got to thank you first and foremost. I got to thank you.
Helping make a
for
brother
helping
some
me
money.
get from the
Some
beginning
food
to
on
the
the
start of my
table.
career. I'm not going to lie. Like
Yeah.
you took a lot of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely
You might
appreciate it.
not know that. So I just wanted to make that clear.
Yeah.
And just explain to everybody, you know what I mean? I don't got to go into too much detail. But from that time, from after that in the 05, after you had your in 03, was it you dropped the Keep Joking as well?
Mm-hmm.
You probably had the voice that everybody thought you was on every record at that
Yeah,
time. That's
yeah,
really
yeah.
what it was. So
Yeah.
you just had an inspirational voice, man. And I think the peak is when you jumped on the JODD,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yo, that slaps so hard, bro.
Holy
crap.
I mean, did you know they
Yeah.
put that on Midnight Club
Yeah.
3?
Yeah. And the 40-year-old virgin. It was in the 40-year-old virgin.
I told you.
Play reggaeton horns for that. Production guy, come on
Yeah.
now. Stop playing.
Yeah, the 40-year-old version. It was on the Deep Blue. It was on another movie too, the Deep Blue.
I mean, the way
Yo,
that
how does it feel that?
Listen, bro. Honestly, when I did that, like when Trick called me to do that record, he had been seeing me everywhere. Like I know, a lot of people don't know. Like I've been in the music business a long time, bro. So, like my cousin that I was telling you about that made me start rapping.
Mm-hmm.
I used to go to Miami with him.
Okay.
He was signed to Trick Daddy Uncle.
Dude.
Gotcha.
So I've been knowing Trick for years.
Okay.
So when Trick started rapping, I was DJing. I wasn't rapping then. So I broke his records here in Tampa. So when I broke his record in Tampa, him and JT Money came here because I broke both of their records. They came here and they was like, bro, wherever you want to go tonight, we going.
Wow.
So I took them to all the clubs.
See, that
and dude was
making
like,
sense,
Great
man.
hospitality.
Yeah.
5 stars review. 5 stars review on Amazon.
So a lot of people don't know that. Like I've been knowing Trick for a long time, man.
I mean, I knew you knew him for a while,
Yeah.
but I didn't know that.
So
part.
when he
That's-
seen me rapping, and cause he was like, bro, I kept hearing this song, and they kept saying Temple Tony. He was like, I didn't know that was you, bro. He was like, but everywhere I'm going doing the shows, it's like they playing this record and the crowd going crazy. So he was like, bro, we got to do a record. So when I went down there to do the record, my vision is I'm doing a record with Trick.
yeah.
So when he gave me this beat, on the beat reel was Stand Up
Okay.
by T.I. So I'm listening, I say, damn, Stand Up. So I'm like, so I called him, I'm like, man, it was just the beat. I'm like, man, I think I got something for this other record. He was like, no, man, just the first record. So I'm like, damn, I'm trying to think. I got the beat. He was like, Scott Storch did this beat, man. So I'm listening, I'm like, bro.
The legends, dude.
So I'm trying to figure out, I want to do a radio song with Trick. Because this like my big feature. My first big
you
feature.
gotta maximize.
So I'm
the
trying to
opportunity.
so I'm like, man,
yeah.
I'm trying to think of a radio record, and for nothing in the world, bro, it's like I go blank. So when we got to the studio, he like, man, you came up with something? I'm like,
You gotta give him 2 more
man, I say,
businesses.
man, I was trying to do something clean, but all I got is, man, jump on the dick. Jump on. And he was like,
Yo.
jump on. Yeah. He go right in there and knock that shit out. I'm like, fuck, man. So I'm like, so when we do the record, we leaving, he like, man, this a hit.
Wow.
He like, man, this
Did
a
you
hit.
believe him?
So I'm like, so the guy that was with me, my partner, he was like, you don't like the record? I was like, no.
Wow.
He like, man, you tripping, man. That record fire. I said, bruh, you got to understand, this is my first feature. My first big feature. So me thinking as an entrepreneur,
Right.
man,
Businessman.
I want to do a radio record.
Right. For more exposure.
For more exposure.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I know if I do a good radio record with him,
Right.
I know this record can go
Far.
far. You know what I mean? So I can spin right off it.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm looking to capitalize.
Mhm.
But they was like, man, this record is hit. So now the DJ is calling me. They like, bro, boy, I got that record with Trick. Boy, we running it. So I'm like, yeah, but it's dirty.
Yeah.
Man, fuck that shit.
Whoa.
We running it. I
All
said,
that
"Oh, man."
energy.
I was like, dang, man. So then it just started taking
crazy.
off. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I didn't even like the record, bro. 'Cause,
Little did you know it was gonna take off like that.
Yeah,
dude.
but he
What?
kept saying, "Oh man, this is a hit record."
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
shit, man. I'm like, so my partner was like, "Damn, man,
We're
you
gonna
tripping,
agree
you like
to
that?"
disagree.
Moving forward.
Yeah, but the record did. I mean, it was just amazing. I guess it was just the timing, man, timing and energy, and it came out great.
Because when we listen to a song here, like it takes you back to a certain like
Yeah,
time,
a
you
certain
know?
time, yeah.
And you can see it like clearly. So that's
Yeah.
a dope thing to me about the
Yeah.
record, that it takes you back to it. So it's like you feel the vibe again.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
feel the
And that's
vibe.
freaking dope. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
And Scott Storch. Shout out to Scott Storch, man.
Yeah.
Scott Storch did that track. This is what I do, man. Listen, if you want to make it happen, goddamn it, we're gonna make it happen.
Yo, talk about go talk. What? This is so funny. Heat's birthday is, when is your birthday, Heat?
Man, I'm literally a day before you.
If that's
The 17th?
If Wikipedia is correct,
Yeah.
then we got that right. Then we got that right.
Wikipedia is right, like
if
you said.
Wikipedia is right,
January the
stupid, man.
17th.
Yeah, man.
dude.
Damn.
17.
Yep.
Bro,
January
like,
the 18th.
that's why
Yeah.
this worked
Yeah,
out.
man.
Yeah.
Capricorn talk.
All day,
Cappy
man.
talk. Cappy talk.
Yo,
That's
Cappy
crazy.
game, man.
yo.
I mean, I didn't find out till like a couple weeks ago.
Right.
Not gonna lie, but
Yeah.
I was like, how does he have the same birth? Man, that's
Right.
crazy. That's it, because he's a Capricorn as well.
January 3rd.
Damn.
So that's why I'm
Yeah.
like the way that he was on the show. Like, sorry, Ospen, we're not. We didn't. This is a disclaimer.
Give him a shout out, please.
I gotta give you a shout out and reggaeton because we told him that you'll be missed. So
Oh, yeah,
throw it
man.
in here to make sure we.
No,
know
but we
you weren't
coming back.
missed,
I'm gonna
man.
double back, man.
Yo, please.
Man,
I'll
because this
double
is
back,
fun,
man.
man. I know we went a little longer. Like I said, we got a little too into it, you know, and just let the people know, man, of what's going on, and
Yes.
you know the stuff that you got going on.
Yeah, man.
I guess, but before we do leave, we do appreciate you coming out.
Mm-hmm.
You being here is like very, very important
for
to
real.
us.
Man, I'm glad for y'all to have me here, man. Definitely glad to be here.
And I know Ospen would love to be here, man.
Man,
Again.
Austin,
He's a-
I'm back. I'm coming back. As soon as you get back, I'm coming back.
Let's go.
All right.
Listen, man, I am Tampa Tony. Everything.
Tampa Tony, because
I
now
am.
you know.
I am Tampa Tony.
Ja tu sabe.
Yeah.
Facebook, IG, Snapchat, Twitter. I am Tampa Tony.
Yes.
Yo.
I like that. Keep it all the same.
Yeah.
Yes.
'Cause
Only other page
everything-
I got is the King of Juke City. You know, that's my alter ego.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta have one though.
Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
bobblehead.
I'm about
That's
to
my
create
alter ego.
one too after
He my
this.
alter. He my alter ego. You know what I mean? He my alter ego. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a good feeling, man, to be out and to see how technology is. And no disrespect to nobody that's been out here, but if you don't know, just pay attention.
Right.
If you don't know what you're doing, man, and you want to know, this all you got to do is just turn on Temple Tony IG, man, and follow him.
Yo.
I'm
Hey.
gonna show you. I'm gonna show you the way.
He gonna show you the way, but I thought he was definitely gonna throw in the plug, and I didn't give him the cue. You know what I mean? I was like,
I was waiting
so-
for it. I was like, is he gonna say it?
So,
is he gonna say it? He just tissing.
so I guess we're gonna keep it live. We just give them natural.
Yeah, the
right?
natural, the natural.
Yeah, man. So we were gonna ask Tampa Tony and be like, hey, man, our episode is Now You Know, and make sure you just plug it in at the end, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And say, if you don't know,
If you don't know,
Now you know.
now you know. See,
Now you know.
See, he got it. He got it.
Now you know.
He didn't drop it, so we was
Now
like,
you
he
know.
dropping it? We didn't even tell him. I don't know what he doing.
that go
Did he
talk,
watch
like,
the
that's like-
shows, or-
communicating with the shades, bro.
Now you know. Now you know.
So, signing off, yo, man, appreciate you for coming
Yo,
through.
thank you for coming, for real.
And like I said,
This is big for us, man. Like on a big
No, it
level.
really
like this.
is. That's what I'm saying.
In
When
a
he come
big
back,
level.
we're gonna make sure that we put it to another level.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make
Let's
sure
go.
I get some other cameras out, some high production cameras, and like
The
this is
budget
just
is
something
going
we
up.
do on
Man,
the
I
daily.
like
is-
this, man. This is the feel. This is the feel, man. This is what I like.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
This vibe.
I like this vibe.
All right.
I like this
my
vibe.
man.
Well, you got all natural.
Yeah,
parts.
yeah,
It's that
I like
Capricorn
that.
vibe.
That Capricorn, that Cappy vibe, Cappy vibe.
Just
Yeah.
you know, goat talk.
Goat talk. Yeah, that's that goat talk.
Goat talk.
That's that goat talk,
Man,
man.
that's what we gonna call this. It's goat talk. Tim
goat
and
talk
Tony in
with
the
the goat
building, man.
himself.
If you don't know,
Now you know.
let's go.
Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the war room.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
And if you don't know, now you know. You know.